In our last video of our truck build series, we got a bunch of color match parts at the junkyard. So you'll never guess what we're gonna do next. To see the truck start to transform, just keep on watching. Here's a glimpse at what our truck project looks like currently. We bought it as a completely rust-free Arizona truck, but the problem was it was covered in Plasti Dip. When we peeled all the Plasti Dip off, we found that a lot of the paint was not very great. So initially we were expecting to have to paint the whole truck, but when we found that color match truck at the junkyard, that kind of changed our course. We figured we'd put those junkyard parts on now, and even if we don't keep them on long term, at least the truck does not need to be painted and we can move on with the rest of the project. So let's get those parts installed today.
Today we replaced this hood and these fenders. I even have a hand. Beck's gonna help me pull some of this stuff apart. Underhood light even isn't all smashed, which is pretty crazy. I keep losing the clips for the...
Yeah, you dropped something that fell on the floor through the inventory, I'm pretty sure. Are all your sockets up? Wait, yeah,
they are. All that thing needs to come off. So.
What? Oh, this thing?
Oh, is there not a hood mechanism on that hood? You think?
Oh, probably not. You probably need that.
I guess I'm glad that this one has it.
Yeah. All right, we got the hood off, but our junkyard hood doesn't have the mechanism here, so we have to take that off and put it on our new hood. There's our new hood. And this is the old hood. You can see why we decided to just take the color matched one, because this one definitely needed to be repainted.
Hood.
That screw that's in there, because you're gonna lose it.
Yeah, not too worried about it. None of them are factory, so.
Oh, okay.
Is there anything like hanging up? Yeah, there's this thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose it. Yeah, this is pretty gross, so we're gonna vacuum.
I hate these. These are the worst.
They're pretty ugly headlights. The goal is to not run those.
Regular ones. I need regular ones.
Can I just plug in the table here?
Nope, not quite. Huzzah!
All right, here is fender number 1 off. As you can see, this fender is not painted at all. So this was going to be one we had to entirely prep and paint. So it was nice to get a color matched one to put on.
Although this is a really nice
We'll probably save this.
That's a repop, but it might have been a Chrysler part. I don't know. Well, regardless, it's a good fender, just not the right color.
Yeah.
Toss that in the back for now.
Anything we can do to avoid painting a whole vehicle is worth it. That's a stubby one, right?
I hope that's going to be stubby enough.
You have to take your antenna off with this too.
Oh yeah, probably. This one was a Mopar fender.
Yeah, it just has a paint spot on it.
Ah. Cool. Cool.
Naked truck.
Yeah, no kidding, huh?
Soon to have these installed.
So you can kind of see it's at least a little bit cleaner. It's kind of driving me nuts when I'm like poking around in something and it's super dirty. I think later today I might even try and pull like a majority of this interior. You can see how gross like the floor is and the whole cab in general. Like all these seals need to get pulled off and washed. They're all gross. Well, let's let this dry up. So like one of the craziest things is how much play is in this steering wheel. This truck, no joke, has 500,000 miles on it. Like look at that. That's, I believe it, 505,000 miles. I mean that's kind of a testament. Now that I got that kind of cleaned up and it's just kind of air drying, I'm gonna toss these fenders on. I'm not even 100% sure if they're like a very close match or not, but at least they're like sort of the same color. It was cheap enough. I pretty much just was buying it because it was about the right color. So, all right, let's see this thing on. Maybe it's close enough. It's kind of the same color and kind of looks about right. Good enough for now. I really should probably be keeping all these panels off and then swapping a motor and doing all this, but seeing as how that's not happening today, I'm gonna just get these parts on so they don't get any more bent up than they already are. Try and knock out a couple odds and ends on this project. So, all right, let's toss some bolts back in this. The junkyard was kind of all sorts of mangled up. It does look like a pretty solid different color. Both gray-ish. Let's get the other fender. Only slightly better. It's pretty rough down here, but still quite a bit better than the not even close to gray color that I had, so. a lot of Hemi badges. To get rid of some of those. Cool. Yeah, let's throw this headlight on too. I'm not a fan of these aftermarket headlights. I just think they look really ugly. I definitely will be putting in some just factory white lens, clear. I'm just not a fan of this blacked out look. I like a pretty simple truck. Because you're gonna have to get it up kind of high.
Okay, it's light enough.
Got it?
Yeah. Trying to find the hole here. There we go. Found them.
Because we're gonna have to probably kind of finagle it a little bit. If we can get them close.
To get it to line up right.
Yeah.
At least the hood for sure matches the fenders. Pretty much the same gap pretty much the whole way.
Yeah, not terrible.
Yeah. I don't know.
I think that's this way. Okay. It's a little bit different color gray. Could just be that this is a little bit cleaner than that. Could just be that these came from Arizona and sat outside for a real long time. Could just be my crappy lighting in here. So, yeah, I don't know. At least it's like kind of one color, which is pretty cool. Okay, so this is it after a quick wash job. It's very much two different colors. You can see it's looking pretty nice. Pretty nice. I mean, it's all clean. This is kind of almost more for me, so that way I can see what it looks like after I'm all done with it, but interior's in pretty rough shape still. That's gonna be the next project. I'm gonna start pulling all these panels off, start getting this interior gutted a little bit. Already kind of halfway started, but get the floor. The carpet's so gross, it smells. It smells like a $1,500 truck, so it's pretty gross. Like this seat like kind of only works sometimes. Well, let's go and start pulling some of these panels off and kind of see if we can get this thing looking decent. That poor thing is rough. I love it. I'm just sitting here just standing so sad looking at that truck going, oh man, I don't want to see it go. But this will be a nice truck.
Next video, the interior gets ripped out, so make sure you subscribe for what's to come.